Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the player ratings time. Just move my thing there, my camera. There you go, it's better. Yeah, Everton 1, Burnley 1. I am live, so at least the camera hasn't gone off. At least it's still on. Disappointing performance today, obviously. We didn't lose, did we? We didn't lose the game, so I feel slightly better about that. But Burnley, very, very poor side. That for me, we should be beaten. And I think today we took time to settle, probably because of the formation, and never really got going until we went to 4 at the back. So let me get into it anyway. Jordan Pickford, I've given him a 7. Made a couple of good saves. Second one was really good. First one I expect him to make, but the second one was a really good save. Man, I just seen Carlo Ancelotti's talking about him. Then he said he was back. He was back. Well, yeah. I mean, fair enough. I mean, I still don't expect goalkeepers to be conceding goals from outside the box as much as he does, but whatever. I thought, yeah, he made a couple of good saves. I thought his distribution wasn't great, some wayward kicking. But all in all, a pretty solid performance. So, yeah, so I'll give him a 7. Ben Godfrey started in the back three, ended up playing left back. Thought he was excellent, to be honest. Thought he was really, really good today. I've given him an 8. I thought that was the best we've seen him in an Everton shirt. I thought he was given a job to do and he stuck to it, and he'd done his task brilliantly. No messing about at all. Looks fast, can defend, switched on. I'd like him to be a little bit more aggressive, but I think he was in the whole aggressive today. I think he was given the task to do and he stuck to it. Concentrated. He was always on it probably because he had to be, because he was on playing left back. So really good performance from Ben Godfrey today. Really, really good performance. But I would say I'm still not 100% sure why we haven't got a left back on the bench, in case we need one, or a left footer to play who could play up and down that side. So I've given him an 8. The centre backs. Oh, sorry, Fabian Delph. I've given Fabian Delph a 6. He didn't really play wing back as such, did he? He was more a little bit deeper, allowing Richarlison that space in front of him. I think the manager's just trying to keep it a little bit more solid. That's fair enough. I can understand that. I can understand them doing that. Obviously, he pulled up. He's got the injury, and that'll probably be the last of we see of him for 6 months. So, totally irrelevant footballer, Everton. Spent most of his time on the treatment table, and Everton have to just get rid of him as fast as they can, because he doesn't play, and when he does, he gets injured. So I've given him a 6. Michael Keane and Yerry Mina, both given them 6. In the first half, I thought they were far too open, and that might have been when they were in a 3. But when they went back to a 4, I think they dealt with it fine. But when they were in a 3, don't think either of them can play in a back 3. I think they don't know who to pick up and don't know who to go with. There was one when Pickford made a good save at 1-0, where the ball just went through right between the middle of them. Flick on, Keane was out-muscled, the runner just went through the middle of them and got one-on-one with the keeper. So I think it helped them when we went to a back 4. It was a lot easier for them to defend. I don't think either of them are good enough, personally. If Everton want to be a team in the European places regularly, I don't think Michael Keane and Yerry Mina are good enough. Simply because they don't have enough in their game. They don't have enough in their skill set. Neither of them are quick. So I've given both a 6. Alan, I've given him a 6 as well. He was poor early on. Gave the pass away that led to the goal. And he just early on was just really, really poor. Again, outnumbered in that midfield. Him and Decore were outfought. They don't know where to go. I'll give Decore a 6 as well. They don't know where to run. They don't know whether to attack or stay back. Both of them look lost in midfield when there's only two of them in there. They need another player in with them. And when we got the other player, both of them looked a lot more comfortable because they started to do what they both want to do, knowing that they had someone behind them. So I think we've got to start playing a 3 for me. That's just my opinion. James Rodriguez doesn't do anything defensively, so we need someone else in midfield. I could shout it all day. It wouldn't make a difference. It's the manager's decision. But I think he actually, he said it himself when we had to make the change. We looked more comfortable. They were his words. We looked more comfortable because we do look more comfortable. We look more comfortable when we've got 4 at the back and we've got 3 in midfield. We've got good enough players up front to take care of the goals, hopefully. But we need 3 in midfield. And that would release James Rodriguez. It would also release Decore to start going forward. So, I don't think both of them were at it today at all. But I think both of them just don't look as good as they could do because we haven't got that extra player in midfield. Iwobi, I'm going to give him a 7. Actually, I know at the end, some of his crosses were really, really, really poor and overhit. And I think if we had any other options, well, we had Bernard, but I think he'd have been off the pitch by then. But first half, I thought he played really well, and it started to change when we actually changed the formation. When we were playing 3 at the back, I know it was crap everywhere else, but he was getting so much space. It was incredible. He was getting so much space, and he was delivering really well. I think second half, the problem is he just started to slow it down and put his foot on the ball instead of just whipping it in first time, and then later on he started to whip it in and start over it and everything. But I think he's done a lot better in the last few weeks coming off. I mean, last week playing on the left, I don't blame him for that. But when he's been on the right, I think it suits him a lot more. And I thought he did all right today, so I've given him a 7. Richarlison, bit torn on this one. Set up the goal, had some little moments, but doesn't quite look himself. Didn't quite look himself last week. That little bit of frustration in there, that little bit of, I don't know, sulk. You know when he has the sulk, and I'm not saying he was. When you just see that, you just think you're not playing as well as you could be for whatever reason. I'm not 100% sure why, but you see it sometimes, and it's when I don't know when things are just not going right for him, or he doesn't feel like things are going right for him. So he was in and out today. So tough one. This, I don't know what to give him. I'll give him 6.5, 6.5, or yeah, 6.5. No, I'll give him a 7. I'll give him a 7. He was give him a 7. No, I won't. I'll give him a 6.5. I'll give him a 6.5. That's fair. That's fair. James Rodriguez again, like Richarlison. Never quite in the game, just on the fringes of the game, but always when he was on the ball, did something with it. Like his pass for Sigurdsson at the end was just exquisite. It was incredible, and it deserved the ball to be wrapped into the top corner. Like, why? Sigurdsson's got the whole goal to aim at, and he hits it at the goalie in the middle. Wrap your foot round it and put a top bin. That pass deserved a goal. Massively. It deserved a goal. Bitterly disappointed. I think just for that pass alone, I'm going to give James Rodriguez a 7. He did give the ball away too much, but when he's on the ball, he's majestic. Like, he's incredible. And I know in the last few weeks I've sort of not really given rating. I think what you've got to do is with James Rodriguez, you have to forget about what he does when he's not on the ball and just think about what he does when he's on the ball. And we have to get him the ball more so he can find these moments. Some of his little moments of play are just brilliant. But don't ask him to defend. Don't ask him to track back. Just let him do what he's supposed to do, which is why we need another man in midfield. It's why we need another man. That ball bite to Sigurdsson. Imagine if he just wrapped his foot round it, but bottom corner, wraps his foot round it, 2-1, or top corner, 2-1, game won. From a pass like that. That's why you have James Rodriguez on the pitch. That's why you get him on the pitch. That's why you forgive all the other stuff. That's why you forgive the not getting back and not defending for passes like that. They're the passes that top players feed off all the game. And it's just annoying that it was Sigurdsson. But then I'd expect Sigurdsson to score from there. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, 7.5. I'll give him. Score the goal. Keeper made a good save off his other chance. He had 2 chances to hit the target both times. Scored 1. Again, largely playing up front on his own. Not as much support as he found earlier on in the season, but he's still scoring goals. So, incredible record. But there has to be more. There has to be more from other players. There has to be more. You know he's going to be. You imagine if we had someone who could just hit him every time. Every time. How many? That's, So I'll give him a 7.5. The subs, Andre Gomez, the passing wasn't great, but he come on and done a job for us in midfield. Give him a 6. He did the job we need him to do, but if he could pass. He had a couple of little moments. The one where he like on the floor, he kept the ball, was brilliant, and he hit a couple of decent passes. But there's not enough from him. He's not, he's just become so meh, and we've got so many players like that. So I've given him a Gylfi Sigurdsson. He wasn't on long, but as I said, he should have scored, and because he didn't score, I've given him a 5. It should be a 1, but that would be really harsh. But he should have scored. What a goal that would have been. James Rodriguez plays a pass that nutmegs somebody, and all you've got to do is hit the target. No, not hit the target. He did hit the target. Just hit a corner. Disappointing. Cenk Tosun, did he touch the ball? I'm not giving him a score. He didn't do anything. What could have been, What could have been? But really, did we deserve to win? No. It was really a draw, pretty much. Disappointing, but that's Everton, isn't it? Everton is nothing but disappointing. They are consistent in their being disappointing. So there you go. Listen, let me know your thoughts in the game. Ben Godfrey, I've given man of the match, and he was man of the match for us. He was great. So he's got to build on that now. Starting to play more. Obviously, he's played a lot recently, hasn't he? So starting to play more games, playing regularly, and let's see whether the manager decides he's going to be one of his centre backs going forward. We'll have to wait and see. But at the moment, he's playing everywhere. He's played right back, he's played left back, he's played in a 3. So let's see what happens. There you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree? Do you disagree with mine? Let me know yours. There's no right or wrong answers here. It's how we watch the game and our personal biases of who we hate and who we love. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Give this video a like. Make sure to check out my Instant Match Reaction, Baz's videos as well. We'll be doing the final word on Monday live on Patreon. Make sure you check it out. If you're not on Patreon, join us. It's boss. Do it for a month. You get discounts for the shop as well. If you're buying gear, come on Patreon and buy the gear. You get the discounts. Happy days. Link will be. I'm just there. No. That there. It'll be there. Right? There you go. Thanks. See you later.